Good morning, students. A very good morning again. Now, let's do the exercise questions of this chapter, a question of trust. For this, I again take you back to page number 20. Okay, the first question is, what does Horace Denby like to collect? Hanji, everybody ready? First question, what does Horace Denby like to collect? What was his hobby? You can say he Horace Denby likes to collect old, expensive, and rare books. Okay, old, expensive, and rare books he wanted to purchase, or you can say wanted to collect. Next question is, why does he steal every year? Why does he steal every year? Second question, he used to steal every year in a very systematic and planned manner. My dear children, now here you are to make an amendment. He used to. This is there, no? So you can take this answer in present tense also. He steals every year in a very systematic and planned manner. He steals enough to last him for 12 months and so that he can buy the rare and expensive books that he likes through that he likes to buy through a secret agent. Likes to buy, B-U buy. He always bought the books through a secret agent. So one act of stealing would you can say give him 1 year. He always committed one bribery once a year, and that brought him enough money that he could buy rare and some expensive books. Right? This will be the answer. Now, next one. Who is speaking to Horace Denby? Now come to page number 22. Page number 22. Right? Who is speaking to Horace Denby? There was a woman standing in the doorway who was speaking to Horace Denby. She was a young, beautiful lady and was dressed in red color, and she was pretending to be one of the family members. She appeared like the honor. She appeared just like that she was the owner of the house. Even the dog Sherry also moved around her. That showed that you can say gave the impression that indeed she was the owner of the house. Right? Who is the real culprit in the story? The last question here in this segment. The real culprit in the story is the woman who pretended to be a family member of the family living in the grange, short of a grange. She cleverly, very ingeniously, she acted as a family member and made Horace believe that she wanted him to open the safe just because she had forgotten the passcode. Oh, passcode? The code with which to open the safe, right? Horace believed her and opened the safe and gave her all the jewels that were inside the safe, and later she took away all the jewels. You know, she was the ultimate culprit. Who was the ultimate culprit? Yes, the lady. Right? So now move to page number 25. Okay, some questions are given here. Let's do them. Let's discuss them. First one. What is the first question? Here, textbook questions and answers. Got them, my dear children? Okay. Now we shall discuss them. First one. Did you begin to suspect before the end of the story that the lady was not the person Horace Denby took her to be? If so, at what point did you realize this and how? Even before the end of the story, let me make you question, understand. Uh, did you find any particular incident in the story that makes you confirm that the lady is indeed the culprit, or lady is somewhere has some very doubtful character? Appears to be. Yes, answer is given. It is difficult to guess before the story ends. The incidence of the lady calming the dog gives some hint, but it is not strong enough. Her statement of getting the safe repaired can make some reader to think, but this can be also a case of fear for a strict husband. Means some husbands are very strict, and they don't want their females, their women, to be so much, you can say, lenient or very casual, right? That they forget the numbers, and they just to wear the jewelry in a party, they just break open the safe, right? So, but somewhere her appearance from the back appeared to be a little bit doubtful. But anyway, uh, come to the next one. Next question. Yes. What are the subtle ways in which the lady manages to deceive Horace Denby into thinking she is the lady of the house? Why doesn't Horace suspect that something is wrong? Means, what were those very accurate, subtle ways with which, in which the lady manages to deceive Horace Denby? Right? Her confident walk. She appeared to be very confident, just like the real landlady, right? And her act of touching up, her makeup, and ease with which she picks cigarette from the right place are enough to deceive anybody. Means all her actions, her elegance, her grace, charm, her movement, her manner of dress, moreover the confidence, that a confidence with which she took the cigarette, moreover she patted the puppy, Sherry. All these things show that somewhere she is the owner of the house. That is, these things are enough to deceive anybody. You know? Here, Horace was too frightened to think properly. Even when a thief is caught red-handed, suddenly he becomes very overwhelmed and very, you can say, tentative. He can admit to anything, right? So this is the answer. Next is, Horace Denby was good and respectable, but not completely honest. Why do you think this description is apt for Horace? Why can't he be categorized as a typical thief? Denby's habits were not typical of a thief. He was fond of books. He used to steal only once a year, so he was never stealing more than he needs. Act of theft is still a crime, and not matter how good a thief behaves or how nice the cause is even. So Danby can't be termed as a completely honest thief, you can say, person. He is not a regular offender, the culprit, like other thieves, so he can't be categorized as a typical thief. Uh, he steals the things though. I would say the act of thievery is always a punishable offense, whatever the cause behind is, right? With this line you can start the answer, right? Now I've come to the last one. Horace Denby was meticulous planner, but still he faltered. He committed mistake. Where did he go wrong and why? Answer is, Horace Denby was a meticulous planner. Meticulous, very mindful, very intellectual, very you can say expert. Horace Denby failed to get enough information about real occupants of the house. Means he knew the owners are outside, but he never recognized them. He had never seen them. He seems to be too occupied with collecting information about house map, wiring, location of valuable things, but actually he couldn't get the information about the owners. Although he was smart enough to know the dog actual name, but overlooked getting identity of each and every occupant of the house. ठीक है ना? Once he was in problem, then probably his clever mind gave way to carelessness, leading him to open the safe without wearing the gloves. This was the most, I would say, silly mistake that he committed, that he removed the gloves and then he started opening the safe. So, my dear children, that marks the end of this chapter along with the exercise questions, and I hope you must have understood what I discussed with you. So, thanks a lot. Let's meet again.